Hey, it's Ethan with ComTech. I'm here today to show you the ComTech mobile app. So let's go over to my cell phone now and I'll show you exactly how it works. The first thing you want to do is go to your Play Store, or if you have an iPhone, go to the App Store, the Apple Store. But you're going to go up to the very top. As you can see, I've already searched for what we are looking for, which is Reach UC, all one word. And as you can see there, it looks like the little blue icon with the hand symbol. And what you're going to do is go ahead and install that. While you're installing it, or before you install it actually, I want you to note that it is a free application. So if it's asking you to pay for it, then hold on and go to send us an email at support@comtechnc.com because you should not have to pay for it. That means you've chosen the wrong app, or maybe they changed something. But as of right now, as of July 2020, the app is 100% free. Now, in here, you have two options now, uninstall or open. Of course, we are going to open it. Your username and password will be given to you by ComTech. Now, that, if you don't have that, just email support@comtechnc.com. I'm not going to give you a standard here on what our standard is because our standard may change. But for this example, I'm going to type in the items that I know for this username. All right, so once you click sign in, what you're going to see here is it should ask us to agree to the terms. Of course, feel free to read through those. Those are just your standard type terms. So I'm going to agree. Now, one of the first things it does is it asks you for permission to use your microphone. This makes sense because you're going to be making phone calls out of the application. So you definitely have to click next and then click allow. Phone permission, again, it's asking you, am I allowed to use the phone piece of your phone? You're going to click allow. Contacts, that is if you want to use the local contacts that are in your phone, if you want to be able to have them in the contacts tab. Now, I'm going to click next, and then I'm actually going to deny that. And it tells me right here, giving access, you do that, and you could have changed the thing, but I didn't want to. I'm not going to give it access right now, although most people do. Now, the next thing that you're going to see here is up in the top left, you're going to see the little Reach UC, and you're going to notice that it's green. Green, solid green there means that the phone is quote-unquote what we call registered, which means it is connected, it's online, so it should work just fine. If you see that is blinking green or red, then that means it's not online. And so if you go to make a call, it's not really going to do anything. Normally that's not a problem, but I'm just telling you that because it should be solid green. Now, we're going to go over all the different tabs here, and you can see mine's going offline a little bit up there in the top, which I'll explain here actually in a minute. But the tabs, the first tab right here is just the simple dialer. If you dial out, it's just like any other phone, just simply dial out. One note here, if you do dial out using the app, it goes out as your work phone number. So it goes out as whatever your number is that you have for your desk phone. This is handy if you have a client that you may or may not want them to have your cell phone number. If you dial out of the app, it's going to go out as your main business phone number. Over here on the People tab, you're going to see it doesn't have access. I can give it access down at the very bottom. In the top right-hand side, one note I did want to make here is it says address book. You can click that and you can change it to PBX, which means it's going to show you all of the addresses for all of your internal phones for your company. So if you have a company of 30 people and they all have phones on the ComTech phone system, then you will have all of their extensions and you can call them and that sort of thing. The message icon, that is for texting, and that is a pro feature or an upgrade feature that we can cover in a later video. If you need business texting, just let us know. Again, support@comtechnc.com. But it works just like any other texting platform. You just simply click the plus in the bottom right-hand corner, type in who you want to text, and then type in the message, and it goes out as your business phone number and not your cell phone number. The next tab is the History tab. There's nothing in here to display because I just logged in. Again, same thing up in the top right. You can change your filter a little bit. You can go from all calls to missed calls, and then you can even go to recorded calls if you have recorded any calls. If you go to the globe icon, you're going to see some just standard type information. You guys are probably not going to spend any real time in here. This is just given generic information. It does show you your caller ID and such, but that's pretty much it. Now, one thing I only have two more things that I want to show you real quick. Up in the top right, you have a little ellipsis there. If you click that and you click settings, and you have all these different options in here. Feel free to go around and play around with them. I don't believe you can really hurt anything. Certainly all the ComTech technicians can help you if you do change anything. We can always reset it. But if you go to preferences right here, and we scroll down and we go to controls, one thing that you may want to do is turn on your voicemail button. That button, I see it turned on sometimes. It's really not the end of the world if it's not turned on. If you have voicemail to email, which the majority of our clients do, then you'll never need to physically go and check your voicemail again because it'll always be in your inbox. But if you turn that on, you'll notice down here in the bottom left, you will see a voicemail button. If you press it, it will dial the voicemail system, which as of this time, that really, I'll actually show you, it just dials extension 5001, as you saw there. But, okay, so there's your voicemail button. That's the only thing I really recommend in the settings, other than changing your ringtone. You may want to do that, and I forgot about that piece. If you click preferences, you're going to be able to go to sound there or to ringtone. You can change the ringtone. That way you know if you're getting a phone call in your ComTech phone app or if you're getting a phone call on your native cell phone. Last piece, and it's definitely the most important piece, that is your D&D button, which stands for Do Not Disturb. Now, this app, as you'll see me talk about here in just a second when I go back and I flip back to the video of me talking, but this app will be running at all times. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But that doesn't mean that you want your phone to ring at all times. Maybe you go home at night and you want to turn your desk phone off, essentially, that's in your pocket, which is your mobile phone. So what you want to do is up here in the top left, you're going to click on that Reach UC. And you'll notice because it is bright green there, it says registered. If you've turned that on, you turn on immediate Do Not Disturb. When you click back off of it, you're going to see up there, it says D&D. Now what that means is my mobile phone will not ring anymore when my desk phone rings. So someone can call me at 9 o'clock at night and they can call the office phone. It'll ring my desk phone, but it will not ring my mobile phone. If they want to, or you come in the next morning and you're in the office, but you're not sitting at your desk all the time, and you want to turn your D&D off, just simply click it and flip it off. And that's how you turn your D&D off or on. So if you have your D&D turned on, then that means your mobile phone will not ring when your desk phone rings. If you have it turned off, then your phones will ring together. So hopefully that makes sense. Now I'll flip back over to where I'm talking to you in the camera, and I'll explain one last piece, and that should be the whole mobile app. Okay, so now you have seen the mobile app. Now, before I let you go, there are a couple things I want to mention. The first is Wi-Fi. If you recall in the video that up in the top left, the Reach UC icon was going green and then it would go red, so you would see it flip back and forth. The reason for that was I had my Wi-Fi turned on my cell phone, and it was in a bad area on where I was recording. So the Wi-Fi signal was not strong. Now, I mention that because a lot of you guys will have this mobile app on your cell phone, and you will have it maybe on a Wi-Fi network that the signal fluctuates. So just be aware of that. If you do have that problem, simply turn off your Wi-Fi, use your cell phone data. It seems to be a little bit more resilient on VoIP calls like that. So just think about that, because you could have some quality problems if you have your Wi-Fi turned on. If you have good Wi-Fi signal, then don't worry about it. It should be fine. Now, the same type of thing for this second piece that I'm going to tell you here is the notifications for when you get a phone call. So we've had a few people or a few clients say that sometimes it takes, if someone calls them, if their desk phone rings, it takes another second or two before their mobile phone rings. The reason for that is when a phone call comes in, what it has to do is it actually has to push a notification to your cell phone to say, wake up from sleep, and then start ringing. That takes just a second. It takes more time than it does just for your normal desk phone. Your cell phone has that same sort of delay, but you don't have a desk phone to compare it to. So long story short, just be aware that your cell phone may, on the mobile app, may take just a second more to ring than your desk phone. But with that, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, as I said in the video multiple times, if you have any questions, email support@comtechnc.com or give us a call at our main number. We'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks for watching.